All right, hello everybody. What's going on? John's got a little musical rendition for you today.
Beat while you speak.
A little beat to get us
for
pumped up for the Smart Guys pre-stream.
Yeah.
This is actually the very first Smart Guys pre-stream that we are recording.
Recording?
We're recording. That's right.
What happened to the old ones?
They were
gone?
They were gone to the black hole of the internet.
Gone up into space.
Sucked into oblivion, to the Phantom Zone. Much like General Zod.
They will not be missed.
They will not. People say it's me fapping. What the hell, man? Yeah. I'm sitting around the couch with John jerking furiously. Yeah.
That was last night. Okay.
Oh, come on. Come on.
Lunatics.
Man. So, a lovely cold Friday afternoon today.
It's cold again.
Again.
Takes a little while to kill it, you know. Jack
So
Frost.
You think it's dead, it comes back. Much like
stab him over and over again.
a bad virus or a bug infestation. When you think you've stabbed it in the butt.
He's dying, though. He's going.
Jack Frost.
He's going.
Fuck him. Take a blowtorch to him.
Well, yeah, man. It's up and down. So this month is very interesting. You never know what's going to happen.
That is true. We get ups and downs.
Nature's just like, I don't know what this is supposed to be.
Yes. So we are starting a little earlier today. John actually arrived a little bit on the earlier side, which was good.
Yeah. Yeah.
We've been shooting the shit about various things.
That's right. See a lot of consoles over there. I never noticed.
Look how many, dude. Just look at that. You got the Ouya on top.
Oh, that's what that is?
That's the Ouya box.
I don't know what the hell that was.
Next to my speakers there.
I thought it was some kind of toy from McDonald's Happy Meal.
That's my XP7 headset right there. And then next on the other side, you got the bypass setup, the HDCP bypass.
Mm-hmm. You
got my cable box, my PS3. On the second shelf, you got the PS4, the Xbox One, and the Wii U all next to each other. All three supposed next-gen consoles.
If only you could combine them all into one console.
Yes.
We should rip them all apart right now.
The PS1U.
We'll start soldering wires. We'll try to combine them.
Wow. What? Just look at that. The three of them next to each other. How crazy that looks.
So different.
They're all completely different. It's like the one that's small and crappy, the one that's way too fucking big and giant, and then the one that's just right. It's like, what is it? Goldilocks and the Three Bears.
Yeah, yeah. PS4 is just right?
Just right.
I think you're right on that.
I think so. Right? It's a decent size. It's not incredibly heavy. It actually looks stylish. There is one negative about the PS4 that I've never really brought up.
What is that?
The back of the console
causes AIDS.
Because it's...
Is that it?
What?
Is that the...
I hope not.
Oh, okay. All right.
Holy
right.
shit.
That was a rumor on the internet. On Twitter.
So because the design is slanted, it's actually a little bit of a pain in the butt to plug the wires into the back of it because you can't really feel like the holes.
The back is... You
slanted.
can't feel the holes? The back is slanted also?
Yes.
Oh, I didn't know that.
So because, it's not flat. You know, every other console is flat on the back. You can find a port easily. On that, you kind of have to look at it to plug everything in properly.
Well, I guess it's, you know.
And for one, this is really weird. The optical audio port is upside down. So it's like, you would think logically this is how you plug it in. It's like, it doesn't fit. It doesn't fit. You got to spin the cable and then, plug it in.
Still feel a lot nicer than the original PS3.
Look at that. Yeah, it's half the size.
That's what I still have.
It's crazy.
I still got that thing.
Well, then, the PS3 Slim maybe. It's probably a lot slimmer to the PS3
No,
Slim.
they got better, but I don't know what they were thinking with the original.
Yeah, it's a monster. Look at that thing. It's a monster.
When someone comes over your home, we want them to notice that you have this console.
And it's funny because during the summer when it's hot, oh my god, that thing, the fan's on like so loud. Like,
oh, in the winter that thing will heat your home. It's a heater.
It's nuts. And then of course the bottom shelf there, you've got the Xbox 360 and my receiver for my surround sound system.
Yeah.
It's just dwarfed by the receiver.
There's a lot of things going on there.
I'm actually wondering if receivers have changed since I bought that one.
I would think so.
Because I bought that one in like 2009, I think.
Yeah, it looks like it.
2008, 2009.
I thought you were going to say 2001.
No.
It doesn't look that bad, actually.
What happened was, it was during there was a lightning storm. That was the lightning storm when one of my PCs actually got destroyed. And it blew out my receiver, too. I had to buy a new receiver. So that one, actually, I take that back. I probably got that about 2007, I would say. So that's a good, 8 years old almost. And it works fine, so I have no reason to get a new one, but it's huge now. You'd think today they probably got them all compact and nicely built. This one's a giant box. Yeah, what a. And it was funny because I took a picture a couple weeks ago of my table here.
Yes.
All 4 different next gen controllers next to each other. And I tweeted it out there, and people were like, "Whoa, like, what the hell? Like, look at that. That's like a decade right
Should
there."
take all your old ones out too.
Oh Lord, put every controller here on the table.
Every controller out.
Well, I wouldn't have them all. I wouldn't have PS1. I wouldn't have.
Remember those really crappy controllers they used to sell for like back in the 90s, like for Genesis,
Oh yeah,
Super Nintendo?
Yeah, they were owned by Mad Cats. They were all shit.
Some of them were like, well, there was all kinds of Pelican.
Well, yeah,
like
Pelican. Oh God, Pelican was the
but
worst.
you would think they were good. They were like, oh, this is better.
They looked interesting.
It has the slow-mo.
Right.
Turbo. That's what they call it.
Turbo, yeah.
And then you go take it home. It's like a piece of junk. When you turn it on,
the buttons
turbo.
would stick, and you know.
When you turn on the turbo, all it did was just push start over and over again.
Yeah.
Slow-mo.
Slow-mo.
Pushes start over and over again.
Little. Yeah, and the best was like games like Mario, where it made a sound when you paused. So like little.
Look, I'm playing it slow-mo.
Yeah, slow-mo my ass.
That's back in the times you can get away with that kind of thing. Because you do that now, if somebody buys that, they go over on Twitter.
Right.
These guys,
look at this piece of
fucking
shit.
Hashtag broken shit.
Hashtag rip off. Fuck you.
Hashtag I will kill you. And then that's the end. It's over.
Back public image is gone after that.
Back then, you're like, maybe I'll save $10, get this other controller. And they just took your money and they ran away.
And it's funny because now they take advantage because look how expensive the controllers are.
Oh,
the first party controllers.
Yeah, they're solid though, for the most part. But
yeah, because people don't trust the like you just said. The if you buy a third party, you don't know what you're getting anymore.
Yeah.
Who knows what?
I guess there are some out there that are okay. But I'm just talking about back in the day. There were so many.
Right.
There was a lot.
Mm-hmm.
They're on the shelf.
Yeah, it's true. A lot of the times there was more than the official stuff. You'd go to the store and they would try to shill the third party stuff because the third party stuff actually has very low per item cost. That's the thing. They were like real cheap.
I think Pelican. I think that was like was that Toys R Us's brand or something, or they would have like alliances with certain.
I don't think so because I did see Pelican stuff at GameStop.
Oh, it's GameStop. Yeah, all right. That might be a GameStop.
Maybe it was GameStop. Yeah.
Or that was like an EB thing or something.
Do you remember when everyone was
Intech.
playing?
That was freaking Toys R Us. Intech.
Wow, I don't even remember that.
It was all purple. Everything was purple.
Purple shit.
Yep.
Do you remember when, like, around the time of Marvel vs. Capcom 1 and 2, the Pelican joystick that they were selling?
No, I don't remember.
It was a piece of shit. It was It was like rounded. It was weird. Like the joystick portion was round, and it would have like this half rectangle that came out. The buttons were huge, like giant circles.
Was that from EB?
Yeah.
I think I had that actually.
Pelican stick.
And the stick was like pure plastic.
Yeah.
There was no metal to it.
Yeah.
And I wound up breaking it. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a piece. It was like so poorly made, like really low grade materials.
It was like the only stick you could get.
Yeah.
And the buttons were like.
You would have to import other sticks if you wanted them because they didn't sell them.
The buttons were like real hard to push.
Yeah. It was the only American stick.
Did you ever tell these guys about the Moss sticks?
No, I've never talked to these guys about that shit.
We shouldn't talk about it now.
The Moss, yeah.
Could save that.
Oh my god, that's a story in itself.
I had that freaking beast.
The Moss sticks.
So that's something most people aren't going to know about.
No, that was by the wayside, yeah.
That was a very, niche
I want to know who that guy was that made them all, because that guy made thousands and thousands of dollars doing that for years.
He never exposed himself,
Yeah, no one really knew who he was. He wasn't like a known guy in the community or anything.
He just did it, and he would call, like his wife would answer, you hear like kids crying and stuff. What do you want? Okay.
What the fuck do you want? Another stick? God damn it.
I want Kip competition joystick. Oh my god, there's so much you could talk about with that. Man.
Yeah.
And then there was the wireless, or what was it called? The switchless or whatever, right? There was no switches. It was.
Yeah.
What did they call that?
Yeah. Oh yeah. It was
optical. Yeah.
Optical stick.
Yep.
And there was a big disagreement in the community if switches or optical sticks were better.
Optical kind of came in, and they went back to the.
They went back to switches.
The competition stick was the.
Yeah.
The switches.
They went back because I guess they found that the opticals could easily be like jarred around and then it wouldn't work anymore.
Well, it wasn't exact science,
Lasers.
A switch is like perfect because it actually pushes something, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, we want lasers.
We want lasers in our joystick, please.
And stuff.
That's right.
Yeah, that was crazy times, man.
That's true. That whole 2000 to like 2005.
Yep.
When it was like homegrown shit,
Yep.
Before it became big business, which you
tournaments were like in
Grand Grassroots
Freaking
stuff.
Basements and
Basements
no
and
chance
garages.
There's no chances of making any cash.
Right.
For some reason, I put a lot of time and effort into trying to win tournaments.
You win, and it barely covered your travel cost to even
Oh,
get
no
there.
way. The hell no. We're going to cover nothing.
And we're not talking like 10-man tournaments. These are tournaments with like 40, 50, 60 people would show up. You'd win, and you'd be like, what the fuck? This is all I get?
Yeah. Yeah, man, it's real underground stuff.
Yeah, that was a different time, John. It'll never come back. It's gone.
Well, it's, it's fine.
It's a bygone
Everything
era.
must end.
A bygone era of
Everything ends
gaming.
eventually. But I don't know. I guess I don't know. I don't know if I regret it or not. I guess not. I'm not sure. Met some nice people out of it.
Well, John, see what the problem is? That you just got into it at the wrong time. You should have waited till 2007 or 8 when Street Fighter 4 came out, and then you put all your time and effort.
Well, I was going
it.
Till 2011. Was my stop, but I was playing.
You were playing the wrong game.
I was playing the game from
You should have played
1994.
Street Fighter 4. Then today you could be an internet celebrity per se. You could talk shit on every stream about how everyone sucks and they're all faggots.
You fucking suck.
And you could be sexist and make sure that women are not accepted in the community. And you could blow streams up and be salty. And you could do all these things that everyone loves now. You know.
I could never be that successful in life. That's what I've learned. There's always
come on.
There's always like a point I could get, and it's like, nope. This is where you go.
You get to a certain point, and it's like,
this is where you are going to stay. But
stay down. Stay down.
Nah, I mean, there's some good times in there. Definitely some fun times.
Yeah, you know.
I think looking back when you're like 21, 22, I mean, I don't know if that's the best use of your time at that age.
Right. If anything, that's what I mean. I think that maybe the time and money could have gone towards more productive things at that point in my life.
Now I'm older and I don't, I'm like, I'm still trying to pick up the pieces, the damage that's been done. But
yeah,
there's definitely some fun times.
Dude, you don't even know how much credit card debt I was in.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Because of that, or just
partially
because of that?
Did I ever tell you that when I went to Evo 2005?
Oh, I know. Yeah, I know.
I had no money.
Yeah, you put the whole thing on the card.
The whole trip was a cash advance on the credit card.
Yeah.
And those are like 24% interest. And I got 5th place, wow,
yeah.
Or 4th place. With 4th place.
You're like, I did it, but then you're like, oh shit.
I did it.
Had to pay thousands of dollars.
I was the highest ranked, competitive Super Turbo player in the country. The top 3 were Japanese, so that year I was recognized as, the top Super Turbo player. And then I had to pay the bill, and I was like, oh fuck, man.
Wait a minute.
Shit.
These 200 people that go to this website think that's good, but
oops.
Yeah. Yeah, man. There's a lot of mileage there,
Yeah, but you know what? In a lot of ways, it prepared me. Being able to perform in front of people,
right.
Yeah, on a daily basis. They're watching your stuff. They're critiquing you. It hardens you. Like the stuff that I've done on the internet. First on YouTube, and now, of course, live streaming.
Right.
It really prepares you for that. A lot of people are like, they're nervous people. I can't do it. I'll be nervous. I'll screw up.
People are watching right now.
Right. You get all nervous. No, I don't do that. I don't have those nerves at all. I can play any game, whether it's competitive or not, on stream, on a stage, and it doesn't faze me.
Yeah. Yeah, you definitely get that instinct, like, there's nothing like you just taking someone's soul. You play the game, you train, you practice, and then they come to you.
Yes.
You play you, and you just rip their soul from their body.
Just rip. That's right. Just publicly.
In that moment, it's very.
That moment
fulfilling.
when you get a perfect in a tournament.
Yeah.
And you just see the guy, his head sags, and you could see his life just drain from his body. Because he actually practiced and he thought he was good.
He flew there from Iowa.
That's right. He spent thousands of dollars to be there, just to be publicly destroyed by you.
Of course, there's the flip side that where it happens to you.
It never happened to me. How dare you say that?
I'm sure
of course it does.
I'm sure you've had a match or two.
Oh, dude, are you kidding me? How about hundreds of matches where I got completely demolished? And
the early days are really bumpy, man.
Oh yeah.
That's how you get good, because if you can just keep coming back, you get beat so much, and then if you just keep showing up, I'll take more of that. You're eventually, that's how you get good. But a lot of people can't handle that.
Right.
That whatever it is, the X amount of time where you're just getting destroyed.
I've always said this: you have to learn to be a good loser before you can be a winner.
Yeah, I love the. For me, I don't know how it is now. I guess you get paid and stuff, but you just love the game so much.
Oh, John, it's like everything. Every sport, anything that's competition. At first, you do it for the love of it.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, these companies realize there's attention, there's money to be made here, there's viewership. I should jump on this bandwagon, and that's it. And now you're right. Now it's all about the money. There's people out there.
So I guess there's more motivation with that.
There's people out there playing these games, and they're the top players, and they don't like the games. They say, "I just do this for my paycheck and to be on."
Yeah, I remember that. I remember that with Street Fighter 4 talking to different people.
Yeah,
they'd be like, "Yeah, we don't like this game." Like, okay,
I don't like it, but I want.
We have to play it.
I made my bank.
No, I remember. Like, I don't want to give names or anything, but I remember a few people like who have to play it because everyone's playing it.
All right.
You know. But
you're like, no, you don't.
No, I mean, my point was like, when you get beat so much, like you just have to love the game so much that I just want to play the game. I really love the game. You know.
Right.
So I don't care if I lose or whatever. I just love playing it.
Mm-hmm.
So that was kind of part of the mentality, I guess.
That's why I kind of miss it. Like I'll be honest, I miss Super Turbo. I like the game. I love playing it at a competitive level. I loved it when we were playing it. You know, every couple of months we'd get together and we'd have a few hour session and it was fun. And, you know,
we played quite a bit.
I do still crave it sometimes. I'm like, damn, I really wish I could. Yeah. But then I look at the reality of it. I'm gonna spend hundreds of dollars to travel, whether by train, by plane, to a tournament, to stand around and wait for hours, to get a chance to play someone, The
last tournament I went to, that was afterwards I knew it was over because I got so burned, and I showed up. It was far away, flew, I practiced for many months beforehand. Show up, the cabinet. There's 2 cabins. One breaks while I'm there with smoke coming out of it, and then you got to play on one. The controls are falling apart. And then it didn't work out. Like I was in the finals of one of the tournament, right? And I was on player 1. I had to win 2 sets, best of 7 sets in order to win. I won the first set 4-0 on player 1 side. Then I got switched to player 2.
Right.
And I lost all 4.
Wow.
And then I was like, man, I just invested so much of my time, and I could be doing all kinds of other things, and this is what happened.
For what? Right. For what?
That's when I knew it was done. But before then, there were some good times.
Oh, the reminiscing, John.
Yeah.
The reminiscing.
Yep.
People say they're imagining we're in that exact pose on the stream while we're having this conversation with our beautiful, glistening, roided bodies.
I wish I had a roided body. Where do you get the roids from?
It's not roids anymore. It's all human growth hormone now, John.
Yeah, HGH.
You go right to any GNC, talk to the guy behind the counter, he'll hook you up.
Any GNC in the mall, they have that there?
Well, they don't have it there.
Yeah, we got it.
You get outside of a van out in the parking lot.
All right, come outside in an hour. some giant Batista-looking dude shows up.
Yeah.
Wearing Batista's outfit. With
fucking Scott Steiner comes out of the van. Yeah. You looking for this?
Fucking Buff Bagwell. Buff's got the stuff.
Yeah, Buff. He's all saggy. He's like, hey,
Buff's got the stuff for you.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
That's good. So this is a little better than the Brazzers conversation from last time.
That didn't happen. That wasn't recorded, so it didn't happen. I don't know what you're talking about.
Deny its existence.
There was no conversation about porn at all. Never. So by the way, Big Sausage Pizza isn't Brazzers anyway, so what are you talking about?
Oh, what the hell? Oh, we screwed up. That wasn't us. By the way, it's not like we started the conversation. Other people... Oh, we did. I took a nice photo.
We tweeted a photo.
Of OJ and Phil.
That's right.
That's all I did. It was completely
enjoying
2 friends.
Delicious pizza.
2 of my friends in a photo. And then all of a sudden, people started Brazzers.
Porn. It's
this and that.
You know what they've termed that this week? DS Pizza. The infamous DS Pizza photo.
So I'm like, it's not like we started the conversation. Then I just continued and I responded to those people. That's all it was.
Right.
It's not like I was like, let's talk about Brazzers now. It's not how this worked out. Everything is twisted, man.
They do. They twist it.
Right.
They twist it evil. They twist it to be...
And it wasn't even Brazzers, so they screwed up.
And it wasn't even Brazzers. They were wrong.
Who did it, then?
I don't know.
We don't know?
Right. Probably Bang Brothers. They're the other
Bang
guys.
Bros?
The other big ones. The Bang Bros.
Who the hell are these guys that start these things?
The Bang Bros.
How do you start a porn company? It's like, it begins with a man with a dream.
Yes.
And then how do you? I
man
guess you
with
just
a
invest
dream,
and you buy equipment
A
and
huge cock and a pair of tits. That's how it all begins.
you would think it'd be easy to do it, but I wonder. Like for right now, let's say right now you're gonna start a porn production company, right? Do you think that'd be a difficult thing, or?
Well,
I don't think it'd be that hard.
it's not.
Honestly, I'm saying like to make money on that.
I don't think that the production aspect of it is the difficult part.
Yeah.
I think it's the legality aspect of it.
Yeah, but they don't. No one knows.
Yeah, they do.
California, it's
Any of these ones where
it's mostly done.
For example,
it's illegal in certain places.
It's a website that you go to. You'll watch at the beginning of any video that plays. They have that huge disclaimer.
Yeah.
With all this little legal shit in it because they really do. They'll get shut down.
So it's probably like insane amounts of money to spend on permits and
you probably gotta get lawyers and permits and inspectors coming in to make sure shit is legit.
All right, here's a question for you.
What cock inspection?
Whoa.
Is that a real cock?
What kind of insurance do you have to get for the performers?
I'm sure there probably is. There's
because
probably some kind of insurance.
You could be like major injuries.
Yeah.
Right?
You have physical injuries. You could have sickness, disease.
All right, so it's a little harder than I thought. You have to kind of this huge financial burden of just starting up.
And then you got to think, how am I going to distribute my product?
You got to put it out. You got to sell it.
Will it be on a physical medium?
No.
Will it be all in digital distribution? Just think of it this way, John. You and I know this from experience.
Whoa, easy.
I'm not talking about porn. I'm talking about video distribution.
Right. Yeah.
You know, we couldn't do what we do outside of YouTube because to buy a server
I don't have that many videos.
But even
you wouldn't be able to,
dude. Even that. Yeah. Your videos, right?
Yeah.
Figure a gig or two, a video.
Yeah.
Because you put out 2-hour shows. Imagine 1,000 people downloading 2 gigs off of your personal server a week.
Yeah, it's a good amount of space.
You're talking the massive bandwidth use, Now
I've looked into it before. I know. We talked about it once.
Yeah, it's incredibly expensive.
Yeah.
People say to me, Phil, you bought your own website. Why don't you put your videos on your website? There's no way.
No, you can't. Remember we were looking at it. It was like the biggest package they offered, which was expensive, right?
Mm-hmm.
You couldn't even do it. How many gigs? It was like.
It was only like
100 gigs or something.
Yeah, some ridiculously low amount. Its bandwidth and usage is huge.
It's cheaper than it used to be.
Oh yeah,
back then it was.
There's no way you could run. What you would need to do, you would need to basically, instead of doing that stuff, you would need to have your own server farm. Right?
Yeah.
So you'd have to have real professionals come in, and you'd have to have terabytes upon terabytes upon terabytes of storage, just storage.
Yeah.
Then you would need to have multiple T1 lines running in and out of your own personal setup. So that at any time, if someone wants to get it, they can get it on demand, right? That would be you're talking tens of, if not hundreds of thousands of dollars.
And then you gotta have a guy who's in charge of keeping it all running.
Yeah, you have to have tech personnel.
Sure if something goes wrong, you can run in and.
Sir, I was in the middle of this anal scene, and the cock never re-entered the anus.
Oh,
the whole thing just came to a screeching halt, and now he has to go figure out why.
Come on,
that happened.
These are paid subscribers. They want to see that.
That's right.
Seriously, that's why YouTube is so amazing. I mean, if you look at what it is, what it does.
Oh, it's nuts. It's incredible.
Yeah, it's really insane.
Can you imagine at any point how many people are uploading videos to YouTube?
Upping and down, like the up and down
watching,
at the same moment.
At the same moment.
It's unbelievable.
Incredible bandwidth usage. I couldn't even fathom on a daily basis what kind of bandwidth that website pulls out there.
Yeah. I guess they're making the money,
I don't know if they are.
That's why no one could really ever stop or compete with them, because you'd have to have what they have. And how the hell do you get that?
How do you do that?
You get an investment of $50 million.
Right. Just to start.
Yeah, I mean.
And you look at other websites like Blip TV and other websites that have tried Vimeo, and they have all kinds of problems.
Vimeo seems like they're out there. Dailymotion.
Yeah.
They exist. In some capacity.
They exist, but there's limits on what you can do.
Yeah.
The amount of content you can upload and download, the quality of the video.
Yep.
Even a lot of times, you remember when we tried to do shit on Blip and it would crash, it would not load, it would suck.
Yeah.
And
the thing with them, right now they have limits. Yeah, limit size.
There's limits. Yeah.
Yep.
They limit what you can do.
Yeah.
Because they know that they don't have those resources of YouTube. So yeah, to start up your own porn business, John, would be quite the endeavor. I think people
they're pretty crazy.
All they think of is, oh, I can just get a couple nude people to have sex on. I'll take a fucking camcorder.
I didn't, because I was thinking,
upload it.
no, I was thinking you buy the equipment and you get a couple of the actors, but then you got to, I didn't take into account all the other things.
Yeah, a lot of stuff goes into account, man.
There's a lot of liability with that kind of thing.
People want to see their favorite pair of tits. They will, they're going to be angry if they go and they click, and now only half the video of downloads, or they're watching it live streaming, it buffers and it fucks up.
Right.
They don't want to put up with that.
Oh, no way.
And then
can't deal with that.
And then immediately
in that moment.
Immediately, John, think of this: the piracy. Immediately, people start downloading the videos,
you got
uploading them elsewhere.
So you got a great scene. It's never been done before.
Yeah, it's already on all the video sharing websites.
People taking,
and I'm not saying YouTube, but there are actually porn-only video sharing websites.
Really,
that people upload stuff to, and now you got to have a
lawyer. Wait.
You have to get a legal team who's policing the internet to make sure your stuff isn't getting put elsewhere.
Yeah.
It's a nightmare, man. Trust me, I've researched this before. It's a nightmare.
I've researched this before. I looked into this. A couple of years ago, it was going to be YouTube, or it was going to be porn,
it was either going to be gaming or porn.
Or a porn production company.
It was one or the other. And I found out that gaming on YouTube was much easier. Much less production.
Right.
There you go. Much less...
maybe less profit in the end.
Well, yeah, definitely.
But easier to do.
Definitely.
Oh, my God.
Maybe I should have gone into porn, because, I mean, that way, how do you get criticized for making porn? You know what I mean?
No, you do.
They do, but no one cares. People still spend the money. You know what I mean? They do say it's the oldest profession, right? Sex, porn, cook. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like even if people say that your shit sucks, there's still people that are gonna pay for it. You know what I mean? Like, how could you're kind of almost above.
I don't know much about the community. Is there
criticism.
Is there people like? I don't know. I was thinking like the religious side, they'll hate you and things like that.
I guess that, yeah.
Some people will try
to open up a whole new can of worms with that.
Is that what I'm saying? Within the porn community, is it very competitive? Like, they hate certain people?
I have no idea.
Other people are like beloved, and other people we hate them.
You'd have to ask.
I don't know. I don't know anything about that.
You'd have to ask like Richard Christie from the Howard Stern Show. He's into that shit.
He's into like the community of it.
He would know. Yeah, they go to like the AVN Awards every year.
I don't know. Like, anytime I've seen anything from the AVN or whatever, they always seem like they're all like a big party, like a big family.
They're all happy.
They never seem like we hate this fucking guy, and that's like what Hollywood kind of.
Then again, I'm sure for every legitimate
you
company,
hear of like Hollywood feuds, you don't hear of like the porn feuds.
That's true. That is true. But I guess for every legitimate company, you got to probably understand there's probably like 100 bootleg people who don't do it. They don't they don't take the time to do the right work. They don't get the legal stuff cleared. They don't get the insurance. They don't get, and that's probably the people that they hate. It's like we do due diligence to make sure that our workers are safe.
Yeah, you know what?
We're all
the guys that give them a worse name,
right?
Or unsafe practices or whatever, and then they give them all a bad name, right?
Just like anything.
Yeah.
You're going to have the guy who just wants to make a buck, doesn't want to do the due diligence, doesn't want to make sure everything's correct.
The poor people who are in it for the art, they're the ones that are the good ones.
That's right. I mean, when you reach that new achievement, that apex of a scene that's never been seen before.
Yeah.
Something that, some crazy new position.
I tell you what, though, this is going to sound kind of weird, okay? Just take it the right way.
You do know we're recording this.
I know. If you're someone that wants to get into making films, right? You don't have great equipment. You don't have a lot of things. You don't have a lot of experience. You don't really know how things should be set up.
Yes.
If you watch certain porn, not so much the sex part, but like when they come to the door, when they're walking through the home, whatever the hell the story is, some of that will actually assist you because it's done so cheaply. And some of it's not terrible filmmaking. It's very basic filmmaking. So I think that will actually help you. Or you could go to school for film instead, which would probably be better. Cost you money, though. So that's just something I want to say for you aspiring filmmakers out there.
You might want to watch some porn.
Yeah, there you go.
There you go.
Yes.
And you can say it's for research.
Yeah.
I bet you...
The sex part's not going to really help you in your career.
I bet we've all done...
You know what I'm talking about. Yeah, the people get it. The pizza delivery part.
They get it. There you go.
Yeah.
The plumber comes in. He's fixing the sink.
Right. Some of it is terrible. the cuts and whatnot.
The new MILF neighbor. Oh, I was jogging and I hurt my leg. Can I come in, please?
For the most part, they do good stuff. Over the shoulder, you got a little. It's all tripod or handheld, and you can do that yourself.
Some of the performers are tripods too.
You don't need. You don't need like a crane. You don't need like Yeah.
You know what gets me? Isn't it weird that in a lot of porns, the performers are never in like a reasonable living space? You know what I mean?
Oh,
they're never in a little apartment, little house.
No one wants to see that.
They open up. It's a fucking mansion.
Yeah.
An empty mansion.
A lot of those belong to the producers of those. That's what I was saying. You might want to do that industry because a lot of those mansions belong to.
It's like what the. Who
they're
lives
either,
there?
They're either owned by the companies and they use them to film, or they're homes of actual like producers and shit.
Do they have? Maybe they actually have like mansions that are rented out.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just for that purpose.
No, in LA, yeah, because for different filming, I'm sure there's like just vacant homes.
Right.
You could furnish how you want. But,
right.
No, but a lot of them are like real properties.
That always just gets me. It's like, okay, so the pizza delivery guy, he's delivering to this huge fucking mansion. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's like, Jesus.
So it's this mansion of dicks. What the?
The mansion of dicks?
That's what someone said, yeah.
Every room has a different porn star ready to come out at any moment's notice.
Oh, this is what I'm talking about. This is what, back to my point, like some of the filmmaking is will help you. Because it is, like, a lot of times they have good locations. They have, like,
I mean, it's always like this amazing location. I guess the only exception to that rule is when you see one of those gimmick series like Bang Bus or something, where it's like the weirdest thing.
What the fuck?
How could you do that? I'm gonna have sex in a moving vehicle. Yeah, that's not gonna work out.
Who's driving this thing?
Yeah, some dude's driving around the city. Imagine if they get into like a fender bender. You're like, oh shit, now what do we do?
Just keep filming. You gotta get this done.
The police are showing up. What do we do?
Gotta get this finished.
Car rear ends you.
Yeah.
Oh fuck.
I don't know, man. I guess it depends where it is, Again, that stuff happens in LA. It's like, okay, all right. Happens in like, somewhere
Omaha,
Sheboygan or something. But it's gonna be in like the newspaper and shit, right?
Right.
LA, that's just another day.
Porno bus causes fender bender.
Yeah.
Huge scandal.
Yeah. Well, you've been there. You walk down the street, people wearing all kinds of strange attires and all kinds of things happening. Similar to New York, or something will just happen, insane will happen, and people won't even blink at it. Keep walking.
Right. There's that's just normal day.
Yeah.
Normal day here.
There's a hobo beating a man with a stick. We'll keep walking.
There are two bums fighting to the death in that alley.
Yeah, just keep going.
Yeah,
just don't get no eye contact People want us to talk about hentai now. No.
Oh no! Unacceptable.
I have some stories about it though.
We'll talk about real dicks and ass and porn, but we will not talk about hentai.
I remember the first time I ever saw it when someone showed it to me.
Oh come on, John! No.
Bizarre.
No.
Late 90s.
No.
Never saw anything like that before. Cartoons, okay, that's The Simpsons or
cartoons are cool.
The X-Men cartoon or here, watch this.
What the fuck?
I just remember, wow, the animation is so well done. That's all I remember thinking.
I'm sure that's what you were thinking, Jan. That was the only thing.
No, among other things, but I was like, I was like, wow, the animation is actually pretty good.
So this is top-notch stuff.
And it came in so quick. It was like Dragon Ball Z, and then it was like the floodgates are open. Here's just all this other crazy shit.
All came, to the Western audiences all at once, right?
Yeah.
That is true.
The first time I ever saw any kind of, like Japanese animation was Akira in New York City. There was a game store that had like import games. Probably the early '90s. I went in there, and they had it on like a little TV, and there was like 6 dudes just crowding around watching it.
What is this?
On VHS.
What is this?
And I remember seeing. I didn't know what it was at the time. But I remember like watching some of it. It was like the motorcycles, and then years later when I saw the movie when it came out on DVD, then I was like, oh, that's what they were watching back then.
Right.
It's good stuff.
The Japanimation. Remember when they called it Japanimation?
Japanimation.
Before they called it anime?
Yeah.
I remember that.
It was a good title for, like, I think, to introduce it, though. Because, it's animation from Japan.
Right, it made sense.
Japanimation.
Japanimation. And then they're like, no, it's anime. How dare you?
Yeah, but then everything becomes very pretentious and important. You know, it is anime, and that Dragon Ball Z is not one of the better ones.
Right? How dare you?
You should be watching this other.
Have you not seen the new Miyazaki classic?
Yeah.
Now in theaters.
It's like
how dare
everything
you?
else. You know, all of a sudden, like this whole wave comes in of people that were experts, and this is what you should be looking. But it was definitely fun when it first started coming in. You know,
it was crazy. It was like an invasion. You know, something that you never heard of, and then you realize there's how many years worth of series and stuff.
Yeah, of all the pop culture I've experienced in my life, that was one of the moments that stick out, right? You know, like
when Dragon Ball Z was
happened,
when Dragon Ball Z was introduced in the United States, the series was over in Japan, and you had hundreds of episodes. You know.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like they were showing some of it, but then people were starting to get all of it, or stuff that was like 100 miles ahead.
Right.
And then you watch, you'd be like, "What the heck? This
happened? What is this? Right?
Yeah, what is this?" I only saw 3 episodes of this. There's only 5 out right now. What are you talking about?
You're watching the Saiyan saga, and someone's watching you're fighting the devil and shit, and you're like, "What is this?
Yeah,
what happened? Is this the same series or?" Yeah, that's true.
That was interesting.
That is true. It was interesting and it was fun and.
Yeah. Something new will come out.
What could possibly now?
Antarctic animation.
That's what I mean. Like we're such a connected culture now. It's not like it used to be. You know what I mean? Now with the dawn of the internet.
Yeah.
What could possibly come out that no one knew about? That's this huge, fad and success and.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't think so.
I don't think there's anything left.
It's very hard to capture the imagination and the eyes and ears of everyone, like in the past you were able to do. You know, because there's so much options, so many options. You don't have to be like this is the thing now, right? So it's good and bad, I think.
Yeah, it's being connected the way we are today is unique because it's like you're exposed to everything, but at the same time. It's
muddy. It's almost like a big mess.
Right, and it's almost kind of sad because it was kind of like before the internet, it was like the new frontier. At any day, you could discover something you never heard of, completely original. It's fun. Now it's like, well, you kind of know what's out there.
Genie's out of the bottle.
You know, and you choose.
Also, what happens is a lot of things that are good get lost because there's so much stuff.
That's true.
How does this one thing ever get noticed?
That is true.
In the sea of things.
You have an infinite amount of choices. How do you know which one is the one you're going to enjoy or if it's good?
Right. How are people going to find this other thing when there's so much crap?
How many people end up watching the overhyped, overpromoted crap when it really was a gem that they missed because they would have liked it and they never heard of it?
Right. How do you wade through all the crap to find the good stuff, right? And it seems also kind of weird because it seems like people don't want to do that. Even though there are so many options, a lot of times people will go towards what's in front of them.
No, right. They'll go towards whatever's the most popular because they feel.
Instead of going, this sucks.
Well, if it's the most popular, it has to be the best, right?
Well, what's crazy is a lot of times people don't even like it.
Yeah.
They'll still watch or whatever.
Yep.
And they'll be like, I don't even like this, but I'll just keep doing it.
Right.
I won't look for something else. I don't know. It's weird.
Kind of like pro wrestling. A lot of people will say,
I think so.
I'll just keep watching WWE. A lot of people, but wait a minute, there's TNA, there's Ring of Honor, there's all this. No, WWE, that's all there is, right?
Most people would rather dislike WWE than ever watch anything else. Or try something else.
Yeah.
And then as soon as if they ever do try something else, it's immediately comparing it to WWE, and then it's like, no one can really compete with their production and things like that. So then it's just like you don't have an open mind about things,
It's true. See, John, we've come full circle. We've talked about
now
fighting games.
Now we're back.
Porn, anime, and now we're talking about wrestling.
Now we're right back where we
should be. That's how it works. Our big glistening roided bodies are now ready to start today's show. Discuss many pertinent wrestling topics. And that's how it's done. That's how you do a pre-stream.
Woo!
You entertain while you also educate. And
yes, very educational.
You spark hot discussion, intelligent discussions. I'm sure the people on the stream and people watching this on YouTube for the first time are now feeling enriched.
I think so.
And smarter for listening to our discussions.
We have all learned. We've all learned so much.
Yeah, right.
We're all better off than we were.
What do you think? You think we should actually do Smart Guys this week, or should we just?
Yeah, I think so.
We're actually about on time now. As I usually say around 3:30. Oh my God!
What the hell?
Yeah, we talked for like 45 minutes.
What the fuck, dude? Why did we stop?
This is
No
how
one's
it
gonna
works.
listen to this.
This is how it works.
No one wants to hear this.
Yeah, it'll be like maybe 2,000 people watching on YouTube, you know.
All right, well, I want to know if you watch this. You let me know, and you have to say things that we talked about in order to prove that you did.
People will be fascinated. They're like, this is what people talk about on pre-stream. We missed out.
Wow,
We've missed out all this time.
this was truly a remarkable day. That's what I think.
All right.
I don't even know what people are. Someone says Full Metal Dick.
Little dicks.
I don't even know what any of this means.
They're combining all the topics we talked about.
I don't even know what's happening. I don't even.
Full metal, optical laser joystick
Are you watching a
dicks. There
different
you go.
stream?
You've combined all three topics into one.
What would Godzilla's ring name in the WWE be? He already has a cool name.
Yeah, I didn't make him something stupid.
Oh, they'd have to give him a different gimmick
Yeah.
because he's.
The Lizard Man. He's the Lizard Man.
Yeah. he'll be like Damien Sandow.
Yes.
What the fuck? Full anal alchemist? All right, that's the end. That's it.
Oh,
Forward.
no. That's the end of the pre-stream.
The end.
I guess we're going to get started with the show
Sick.
then. All right, everyone. We're going to end the pre-stream. We're going to get set up here. We're going to start the show. Don't go anywhere. Give us a minute, and then we will begin.